Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back to Gokhale Education Society's e-learning program 2020. Myself, Mr. Prakash D. Chauhan from Gokhale Education Society's HL High School and Junior College English Medium, Ozar Township. Students, I heartily welcome you in the class of History and Civics of Standard 8. Last time you have learned the fourth lesson of history. Today we will learn the second lesson of civics. And the name of the second lesson is the Indian Parliament. Friends, so far in the first part of the second lesson of civics, that is Indian Parliament, we have learned Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. These are the two houses of Parliament. Friends, today in the second part of the Indian Parliament, we will learn about the functions of Parliament, Speaker of Lok Sabha, the Chairman of Rajya Sabha, and how does the Parliament make the laws. All these things today we will learn. So friends, let's begin with the functions of Indian Parliament. For the smooth functioning of the country, the Indian Parliament has to make the different type of functions. After understanding the basics of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, we have to learn about the functions of Indian Parliament. The first function of the Indian Parliament is formulation of laws. Friends, in order to achieve the welfare of the people and the objectives of the constitution, the Indian Parliament has to make the laws for the countries. So, to formulate the laws is the basic and the first function of Indian Parliament. Here, as per the circumstances are changing, the changes are also made in the laws. The process of the formulation of laws has been described in the constitution, and according to that procedure, the Indian Parliament fulfills the primary and the important responsibility of formulation of laws. Friends, second function of the Indian Parliament is control over Council of Ministers. The Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers are drawn from the Parliament, and the Parliament exercises control over them because there are the multiple ways through which the Parliament can control over the Council of Ministers. It is the responsibility of the Parliament to see that the Council of Ministers does not disregard the Parliament and functions under its supervision. This is the second function of Indian Parliament. Now we will learn the third and the last function of the Indian Parliament is amendments to the Constitution. Amendment means change. Friends, the Parliament decides whether to make any amendment to the Constitution or not. As per the circumstances changing, according to that, the Constitution should be changed. And the Constitution Amendment Bill is considered to be an important bill. The Parliament discusses why the amendment is required and decides whether to accept it or not. The Constitution mentions various ways of amending the Constitution. They are as follows. First way is few provisions in the Indian Constitution are amended by the simple majority of the Parliament. Second, some provisions require special majority to amend of the Parliament. That is, the special majority is the consideration of 2 upon 3 members of the Parliament. And the third way of amending the Constitution is few other provisions are amended by special majority of the Parliament plus consent from more than half of the Indian states. And these are the three ways through which the Indian Parliament can amend the Constitution of India. Now friends, we will learn about the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Friends, in the very first meeting after the general election of Lok Sabha, the members of Lok Sabha elect a speaker and the deputy speaker from amongst themselves. Lok Sabha functions under the guidance and control of the Speaker because Speaker is the person who control the function and the working of the Lok Sabha during the session. Lok Sabha represents the citizen and the Speaker represents the Lok Sabha of Indian Parliament. After getting elected as a Speaker, the Speaker has to conduct the business of the House in an unbiased manner. Unbiased manner means without any prejudice in his mind and without making any partiality. Lok Sabha members have some rights and privileges as the representatives of the people, and these are taken care of by the Speaker. Apart from this, the Speaker has to maintain the decorum and the dignity of the House as well as interrupt the rules of daily functioning of the House. Friends, do you know who is the current Speaker of Lok Sabha? No. Friends, this is the Om Birla, the current Speaker of Lok Sabha. After the Speaker of Lok Sabha, we will learn about the Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Friends, the Chairman of Rajya Sabha exercises a control over the functioning of Rajya Sabha. The Vice President of India is the ex officio Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Means once the citizen of India is elected as the Vice President of India, automatically he becomes the Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. The function of Rajya Sabha Chairman also include maintaining a discipline in the House, facilitating the discussion, giving the members a chance to speak, etc. These are the functions of and the working of the Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Friends, do you know who is the Vice President of India or the Chairman of Rajya Sabha? He is Venkaiah Naidu. He is the Vice President or the Chairman of Rajya Sabha at present. Friends, now we will learn how does the Parliament make the laws or the law making procedure, how the laws are made by the Parliament, that we will learn in this session now. Friends, in India, the Parliament is empowered to make laws. To formulate them, a certain system has been adopted, and this is known as the lawmaking process. A rough draft of the law is known as the bill, and that bill is prepared first. This draft or outline is known as the draft proposal of the law or bill of the law. There are the two ways of bills that are primarily introduced in the House of the Parliament. Means there are the two types of bill. First one, money bill, or the second one is ordinary bill. In order to be converted into the act or law, the bill has to undergo the following processes. First reading. The minister of the concerned department or ministry or the member of the Parliament presents the bill and briefly explain its nature while presenting the bill, and this is called as the first reading. Means in the first reading the bill is introduced to the House. After the first reading, the bill has to go through the second reading. There are the two stages of second reading. In the first stage, the objectives of the proposed bill are discussed and the members in the House can express their opinion about it. The supporters of the bill give favorable opinions, whereas the opponents discuss the faults and the weaknesses of the bill. After the discussion within the House, as per the requirement, the bill is sent to a committee of the House. The committee report consisting the instructions and recommendations is sent to the House in order to make the bill flawless or without any fault. Friends, in the second reading, in the second phase, the bill is discussed clause by clause. Means each and everything of the bill is discussed. Members can suggest changes, and after that changes, voting is taken in the house during the second reading. Friends, after the second reading, the bill is sent to the third reading. Here the bill is discussed briefly again. Voting is taken for approving the bill as a law, and if the bill gets an assent by the required majority, then the bill is considered as passed by that concerned house. Friends, in the third reading, the bill undergoes the same procedure even in the other houses also. After getting an approval by both the houses, the bill is further sent for the consent or assent of the President of India. If there occurs a differences of opinion between the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha over a specific bill, the future of that bill is decided in a joint meeting of both the houses. When there is a different opinion about the bill between the two houses, then the joint session of both the houses of parliament are called for the bill. After the final assent and the signature of the President of India, then the bill is converted into the law and the law is made, and that law is applicable for the whole country after the assent of the President of India. Okay friends, this is the end of the lesson, the Indian Parliament. Now it is the time of homework. Friends, you will write the question and answers in your homework book, which are tick marked in front of you in the given image. Question 1 is about complete the following sentences by choosing the correct option. Then second one is find and write. The third question is explain the following statements with reasons. Fourth, answer the following in 25 to 30 words. And the fifth and the last question is explain the steps involved in the lawmaking process. Friends, before writing the homework questions in your homework book, first listen the videos twicely, then read the lesson twice. First understand it and then write the homework in your homework book. Okay friends, I hope you must understand the lesson properly. Thank you and have a nice day friends.